Hi Scrapbookers, this is Megan and I am back with another album share for you today. For this one, we are going back in time. So the last video you would have seen if you've been following my album shares would have been Christmas Eve and Day 2007. Well, I completely forgot to show you guys my engagement and dating album of back in 2002, and then also like a couple other albums that I have that were from my childhood. So I'm going to show you that one, the engagement one this week, and then I will show the other ones that I think I have 3 other ones. So for the next 3 weeks, I will just do that. So my mother-in-law bought a bunch of Creative Memories albums for me when we were first married 12 years ago. And this was one I picked. Of course it's purple because purple's my favorite color. I rarely scrap with purple because I have boys. And even though Jonas, who is my oldest, his favorite color is purple, I still just don't scrapbook with it a whole lot. I don't know why. I don't think there's a whole lot of selection with purple in the industry anyway. So, but yeah, anyway. Completely off the subject. This is the title page. I used a Stampin' Up! Stamp and I just named the page Mark and Megan Engagement and Dating. And so this is a picture of me in Mark's bedroom, which was very scandalous. So I went to BYU, Idaho, and they were very strict when we were going there. You weren't supposed to go into a boy's bedroom, and a boy wasn't supposed to go into your bedroom. It's just kind of the whole thing of we don't believe in sex before marriage, and so they're just kind of, you know, trying to safeguard against that. So, yeah. Then this is a picture of Mark driving as we were on our way to Mountain Home. So he lived in Mountain Home while he was in, well, his family did, while we were in college. And so the weekend after school got out, he and I drove to his house and I stayed with them for a few days, and that's when he proposed to me. So yeah, so this is just a funny picture. He was like twirling this licorice in the car, and so I thought that was funny, so I took a picture. Okay, so this is, I called this page The Beginnings of Love, Our First Date, Mesa Falls, Idaho. This is what I call our first date. Mark doesn't call it our first date though, because it wasn't really a date. It was, I don't know, I just like to think of it as our first date. Just because it was a fun thing we did. So I had an assignment with a photography class where I had to take some pictures, and I don't remember what the assignment was. These are not the pictures that I took at all. I probably should have looked for the pictures that I took, but I really have no idea where they are. Anyway, so I'll just read you the journaling. Mark took these pictures with his camera. On this day, Mark picked me up at 5 a.m. and we drove to Mesa Falls so I could take pictures for my photography class. I believe it was August 3rd, 2002. After we left Mesa Falls, Mark took me to breakfast at Frontier Pies in Rexburg. Later that afternoon, Mark, Rachel, who was my roommate and also my best friend, and I went to Idaho Falls to watch the movie Signs. We held hands in the theater for the first time. It was a great day. And see, I didn't even remember that part about us going to the movie theater with our friend and holding hands for the first time. So that is what scrapbooking is good for, to remember those memories. Okay, then this is some of our engagement photos. And I think this is the one we used in our announcements or invitations, not announcements. And these are some more pictures from our engagement session. This one's kind of funny looking. My hand looks really weird. And then this one's all blurry, but I still liked it anyway. We did like a bunch of different engagement sessions. Well, I don't think they were really engagement sessions. We just like to go and take pictures. So let's see, I'll read you the journaling. My roommates, Rachel, Ginger, and Tori, thought it would be fun to take pictures of Mark and me. At the time, we hadn't considered them to be engagement photos. I think we had only been dating for 2 weeks. We took these pictures on 3 different days. So yeah, this is one day, this is another day, this is another day. The blurry color photo, so this one, is one of Mark's favorites of me. The blurry black and white photo is one of my favorites of us kissing. The top black and white one is kind of a funny picture. That's my hand holding Mark's chin. It looks so weird. So, yeah. Very simple page. Now, this page I actually made recently. I don't remember when, and it looks so crooked, doesn't it? I think I glued everything on crooked, and that's totally gonna bother me. Oh, I didn't even notice that. Anyway, I made this for a blog post for a friend, and I don't even remember who I made it for. That's so terrible. So what I did with this was I put washi tape down, 3 different washi tapes, and they don't even match. Like, I don't know what I was thinking when I made this page, but I put 3 different washi tapes down on just some cardstock, some white cardstock, and then I used my Silhouette and I cut out this Love This Moment, and I think this was another one of my favorite photos from our engagement session. And this layout, I didn't want to do any journaling, I just wanted it to be the picture and the title. So that is that, and that is totally going to bother me, you guys. It is crooked, isn't it? I don't know. Okay, sorry. Okay, and then there's nothing on that side because this one was such an afterthought that I didn't have a page to go behind it. Okay, this one is called Cute Couple, and this is in Mark's parents' backyard in their old house. This one is with Mark's camera, and this, well, maybe this is the only one. So these are all with Mark's mom's camera, I think. And then this is my camera that she took a picture with. This was one of my favorite shirts that I ever had. And sadly, I grew out of it very quickly. I think even here it's like getting really small on me. Okay, Together. So this is when, like, some of the stuff that I first started doing. This is one of the first scrapbook pages. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. Scrapbook layouts that I did after we were married. So it's very, very simple mats and a lot of stamping. I did a lot of stamping. I had a sister-in-law who sold Stampin' Up, and so I bought a lot of stamps and inks and things. So yeah. And Creative Memories was another thing that I was big into because my mother-in-law had a friend who sold it, and so she was really supportive of her friend, and so yeah. This is very triangular page. Mom and son. These are, I think, these are Stampin' Up stamps, and this was a Creative Memories ampersand. So this is just Mark and his mom. Soon to be in-laws. So this is my camera, this is Mark's mom's camera. I like how you can tell the difference. So I'll read this to you because it's kind of funny. I remember as we drove up to Mark's house, I was so nervous. I told Mark that I didn't want to go inside. Of course we did anyway. Mark said hi to his parents and then rushed to the bathroom. He left me alone without even giving introductions. I couldn't believe he did that. Mark's mom gave me a hug and introduced herself and Dad. I think Ian was home, which Ian is Mark's younger brother who's actually the same age as me. I don't remember, probably because Mark left me. I really enjoyed the time I spent there. I also met Shondi Brigham and Brigg, who was 5 months old. And Shondi is Mark's oldest sister. So, yeah, it was a fun weekend. Okay, so this is the engagement page. So this is the engagement photo. I completely forgot we used this one. There were so many that I liked. And this page is like, I don't know what it's doing. It's all wrinkled. So here comes the purple coming in because that's my favorite color. This is my engagement ring, and I actually don't even wear it anymore because it doesn't fit me. After having 3 kids, my hands have become really fat apparently, but I'll hold it up because the picture is really, has really bad lighting, so you can't even really see. So I don't know if it's going to focus. It's probably not going to focus very well. But you can kind of see it. It was a very, very small ring. It was, I don't even know how many carats, like 5/8 or something. Like, it was really small. I'm really bad at math, so I think 5/8 is small, right? I don't know. Anyway, and then this was the photo that we used in our invitations, and then Mark's parents put this announcement in their home newspaper, so in their town's newspaper. So I thought that was cool. Dress up. So I went and let's see, after, I don't know why I didn't talk about living with Grandma and Grandpa Doty, because, okay, so after I spent the weekend with them, I flew to Monterey and I stayed with my grandparents in California. They lived in Monterey, California, and I went to go visit my dad and my sister who lived up in Sacramento, and so my sister and I went dress shopping. So these are just a few of the dresses that I had tried on. And this is called Sisters Having Fun. So this is at my dad's house. I think that's at my dad's house. But this is both of Melanie and I trying on dresses. So yeah, that was kind of fun. We had a lot of fun that day. So this was actually my grandma's dress. And my husband and I were going to be married in the Washington, D.C. temple, which is a Mormon temple, and in order to be married in the temple, you have to have like your sleeves. They can give you like sleeves, but your dress has to come down to your wrists, and it also has to cover up here. And so I was thinking I really wanted to use my grandma's dress. And so I asked my mom if she would add sleeves to it and add a little bit on top so that I didn't have to wear the cover up or whatever you want to call it in the temple. But what the journaling says is that when my mom bought the white fabric to sew onto this, the dress is so old because my grandma got married when she was like, let's see, it would have been like 1950s maybe, I think. That maybe it was before that, I don't quite remember, but the dress is so old that it was yellow compared to the white fabric that my mom bought. So we decided not to do that, and it makes me kind of sad. I totally should have just worn my grandma's dress because it was so pretty and it would have been so awesome. But anyway, I digress. Okay, so yeah, so here I am at my dad's house still, and it was Mark's birthday, and so he bought a plane ticket and came out to Sacramento for a couple days, and we visited together, and he got to meet my dad and my sister Melanie. So this is just Mark being himself, and this is just all the journaling about what we did. And this is the birthday card that I gave Mark because I knew he liked puppies, well, dogs. So, yeah. And then this is a picture of me at my dad's house while Mark was visiting. Sacramento and Monterey. So, this is me and Melanie went shopping, and she tried on this funky tube top. It was really funky, so I had to take a picture of her in it, and she was like, no. Melanie driving, and then this is me in Monterey with one of my friends from school, because I lived in Monterey when I was in middle school, And so yeah, so this was one of my friends. So we got to hang out a couple times while I was living with my grandparents. Monterey Peninsula. So these are just a few of the photos that I took while I was there. I absolutely love Monterey. I grew up there. Well, okay, I didn't really grow up there, but my grandparents lived there until I think they moved after we got married. So until I was 19, 20. So it was really sad when they did move away, but yeah, anyway. I'm not sure what the name of this beach is. It's by Seaside, so maybe Seaside Beach. Yeah, I don't remember where exactly this was. But anyway, beautiful beach. Seaside and Monterey Bay. Asilomar and Seaside Sunset. So Asilomar was the name of one of the beaches, and then this was Seaside, I guess. Going for a walk. So the last week of October, Grandma and Grandpa drove me to Las Vegas. They stayed a couple days, and I stayed a week before flying from there to Virginia. So my aunt and uncle with their 2 daughters lived in Las Vegas. They still live there, but yeah, so I went and stayed with them for a week. So that was tons of fun. Like, I lived with them right before I went to college in 2002. So I lived with them for like 6 months. I was actually because I graduated in 2001 and I didn't go to school until the summer of 2002. So I lived in Las Vegas with my dad until I think it was like Christmas time. So December 2001. And then my dad moved, and so I lived with them for the last 6 months of my trip there. And so that was tons of fun. So these are my cousins. And then this page is named Sisters. So these are just a few of the pictures I took while I was there living with them. Playing the new piano. They got a new piano while I was there. Fun with ice cream. And this is Hannah. And this is Bailey. Here she is posing for a picture, and smile and say cheese for the camera. And this is Happy Halloween. Bailey couldn't decide whether she wanted to be a unicorn or a bunny rabbit. I thought this unicorn one was so sweet, but I think she decided to be the bunny rabbit. Dressing up for Halloween. Oh, yep, she did decide to be the bunny rabbit. So we were going to a party. I think we went to a party of their friends. This is my aunt and my uncle. I flew out of Las Vegas on November 1st and made 2 stops before arriving in Virginia. It was good to be home. So my family lived, my mom and my stepdad and my siblings lived in Virginia, Burke, Virginia at the time. So this is brother and sister, just a couple of pictures of me and my little brother Matt. And then this is my half-brother Ethan. So this is just some pictures of me with him. Downtime. So I didn't even journal about this before, but when I first got there, we went to, I think we stayed in a cabin, and I'm not really sure where it was, but it was by Williamsburg, Virginia, I believe, because we did go and visit Williamsburg. We took a walk for some downtime this day, and yeah, here's me writing in my journal and Kara writing in hers. This is my sister Kara and both of my brothers. hanging out. I love this picture. This is my sister Kaylee. She's my youngest sister. And then this is my stepsister Isabel. And then Ethan and me. And this is the new me. Voila. So here, let me show you the before. Okay, so this is me before. I don't know if you can see, but that's me. I had bangs, and I would always curl them under, and they just were always so annoying. So my sisters, while we were at the cabin one day, were like, oh my gosh, we are going to straighten your hair. And you know what, guys? I have never gone back. I love using a straightener. So this is what my hair looked afterwards. And they were like, you should totally just straighten your bangs and let them grow out. And I really, really liked the way it looked. So yeah, that's what I did. So these are just a couple pictures that my stepsister Isabel took of me. We went and did like a little photo shoot. So that's fun. And then on this day, I was wearing my glasses for some reason. I don't know why. And then this is Isabel, my stepsister. And then here's Matt and Isabel, and then Ethan just kneeling down at on the dock there. That's funny. Okay, so this layout is really funny. I'm making kind of an ugly face, but it's hilarious. So we went boating. It was my stepdad, my mom, me, and Matt. I think that's all who went with us. I'll just read the journaling. Okay, this is me freaking out. Matt thinks it's hilarious. So I'm pointing at how close the water is to the top of the boat. It kind of freaked me out. Then I wrote, Dave rented a motorboat one day. Matt, Dave, Mom, Izzy, and Ethan and me all got in. Oh, wow. So there was a lot of us. It was very beautiful and peaceful once I got over the initial shock. Like, seriously, the water was like so close to getting in to the boat. And I was just like, oh my gosh, this is seriously so scary. So, yeah, I got over it and it was nice and peaceful. Okay, so here's some more photos of us enjoying the ride. I love this one of my mom, Ethan, and Isabel. Then too much fun. We spent a day at Colonial Williamsburg looking at all of the historical buildings. It was fun. This was us riding back on the bus to where we parked our car. And we just had to get a picture in the, what are these called? I want to say stock, but that doesn't sound right. I don't know. Yeah, anyways, these things. And then this is us on the playground. I think this was when we were on our way back home. Yeah, on our way home from Williamsburg, we stopped at McDonald's. Matt and Ethan got most of their energy out. Not all of it, but most of it. Kaylee and Ethan, we came home on Tuesday. It was good to spend time at home with the family. Sisterly love, brotherly love. Aw, so cute. Yeah, I was horrible at journaling. I still am. Okay, now this is weird because, so it's supposed to read brothers and a sister too. I don't know why I did it backwards, but oh well. Totally Ethan and Megan too. So these are, I had this picture tacked up on my wall at college, and I think I did this one too. I don't remember what we were doing, but I think Ethan was trying to steal my ear. That's why I'm holding it or something. So yeah, it's funny stuff. This one's called Family Fun. This is us just hanging out, trying to get a picture of Kaylee. Kaylee did not like taking pictures, so when you could get her in a picture, it was so fun. I love this picture. Okay, this is my senior picture, one of my senior pictures, and I just recently scrapbooked this. I don't even remember when I scrapbooked it, but it was probably like 5 years ago maybe, I don't know. But I found it as I was going through stuff, and so I decided I would just stick it in the back of this book because I had room. So I did. But this is my senior picture. I was a senior from 2000 to 2001 in Newport, Rhode Island. So I like that one. That was one of my favorites. And then also this one. I'm so skinny back then. Oh my gosh, look at that. And I loved this necklace. I don't even know whose necklace that was or where I got it from, but it was pretty. Anyway, oh, to be young again. Wouldn't that be amazing? Yeah, okay. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that little album. Oh, and so I didn't show you this. So my brother, Ethan, would send me like pictures and stuff, and let's see, I think this one is from me. Oh, this one is from Mark. Yeah, it's from Mark, and he would, okay, he was so fun. Since we were gone from each other for like 6 months before we got married, I think it was 6 months, he would write me like these stories about his life, and sometimes they were true and sometimes they weren't, and sometimes they were embellished, but they just always made me laugh. So I printed them all out, and I should put them in my college album. I don't know why I have them in this album, but yeah. And then this was my brother Ethan stamped a bunch of kisses on a page and then wrote to me and sent this to me at college, and I thought that was so sweet. So yeah, anyway, thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will be back next week with another album share. Bye.